I am unpredictable. I am unwavering. I am a force. I am not synthetic. Hey guys, I am so excited to be partnering with one of my favorite brands, Burts Bees, on their I Am Not Synthetic campaign. All of the products used to create this look don't have any harsh chemicals like petroleum and silicone and parabens. And what's even better is that they're all dermatologist tested and not tested on animals. So in this tutorial, I used some of my own go-to products, which aren't so natural, but all of the Burt's Bees products that I used are natural. And I'm just so surprised with how this bold look came out, especially since all of the products are natural. It just has amazing color payoff. So I'm really excited to do this tutorial. Let's get started. So I've already moisturized my skin and I want to apply a primer just so my foundation lasts a lot longer during the day and I get a really nice smooth finish. So I'm taking this Laura Mercier foundation primer and this is blemishless, which is really good for problem skin. And I have a couple of little breakouts and things, so that'll help to kind of treat it and prime the skin at the same time. So for foundation, I'm using the Burt's Bees Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup, and this has metal foam in it, which is really going to help to soften your skin. So I'm mixing a combination of warm honey and pecan because I feel like the two together would give me a really good shade. I'm kind of neutral right now. This one is warm, the pecan, and the warm honey is a little cool toned. So I think to mix it together would be like a really perfect match. So I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps of that just on the back of my clean hand, and then we'll mix that together and apply. And I like mixing foundations also because it really just gets you that perfect match that sometimes one shade can't get you. And just with a damp beauty blender sponge, I'm going to start blending that in. I like to take it down the neck too. So I really like that it's buildable, and so if you need a little bit more coverage in certain areas, you can build it up and it doesn't feel heavy or cakey on the skin. It just feels very hydrating. Okay, so I think this looks pretty even. I'm gonna apply a little bit of concealer and I'm taking, this one is a new one. It's from Laura Mercier. It's the Candle Glow Concealer and Highlighter. It's in the shade 2. And I like it because it's gonna conceal and also highlight the skin at the same time. So I'm just applying a little bit of that under the eye, especially since my eyes have been a little dark and puffy lately. I think it's allergies. Around the nose, down the nose for a highlighting effect. Cupid's bow, and I like a little bit just on the center of my chin. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second while I work on the eyes. I'll come back to the face. But for the eyes, I'm gonna start off with the primer. This is from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Lid Primer in Light. And this is really gonna help our eyeshadows pop and stay in place. So once I have that into place, I am gonna move in with this beautiful palette. This is the eyeshadow trio in Blooming Desert, and it's so gorgeous. I'm like, this shade right here says everything for me. Like, ooh, love it, love it. So I'm gonna go and actually apply this darker shade. This is gonna go on the lid, going for a bold look here. So I'm gonna start with that darker shade. Just take a flat, stiff brush to apply that. So I'm just taking a clean blending brush just to blend that in. I'm also gonna take this shade just in the bottom lash line as well. This brown, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it has golden tones to it. So it's like a nice warm brown, but it has that gold shimmer. It's so beautiful. And then to add a little bit of punch, I'm gonna take this beautiful coppery red shade and I'm gonna press that onto the center of the lid. I'm also gonna bring that to the bottom lash line. And then to add a little bit of depth to the eye, I'm gonna take this Countryside Lavender palette and I'm gonna take this purple one here and that's gonna go right into the crease to add some depth and some definition. So going back into the Blooming Desert palette, I'm gonna take this shimmery champagne shade, and with a smaller stiff brush, I'm just gonna apply that right into the inner corner of the eye. And this is also gonna go right on the brow bone, and that just helps to lift the eye. So once I have my eyeshadow the way I like it, I'm gonna take this Nourishing eyeliner, and this is in the shade Soft Black. And I'm gonna line my upper lid with this, and it's gonna create a little bit of depth at the lash line, give us a little bit more drama. You can also get a really good point with this. I'm also gonna take this in the waterline as well. So once I have my eyeshadow the way I like it, I'm just gonna finish off the eyes with this Nourishing mascara. It's in classic black. And I love the wand because it really gives you great definition. It picks up every single little lash. And it also has jojoba oil in it too, so it's great for your lashes. So I want some warmth to the cheeks, so I'm gonna go in with this mineral infused blush. This is Toasted Cinnamon. I'm gonna probably be a little generous with this. I love this shade. It's so warm. It's not too pink, it's not too brown. And I'm also gonna take a small amount of this just around the hairline, and that'll really help to warm things up. So I want just a touch of a glow. I think the blush already gave me a nice sheen to the skin, but I just want just a little something. So I'm taking my Tata Harper Very Highlighting, and this is just a cream highlighter. It's gonna go right on the very tops of the cheekbones and down the bridge. Now I want to set all of this into place. So for the under eye area, I'm taking the mattifying powder foundation. This also has bamboo in it, and it's in the shade Bamboo. And this is gonna go right in my under eye area to set it and to highlight. And then to set the rest of the skin, I'll be taking the shade Nutmeg in the same powder. And I also really like these powders because they give you a little extra coverage since it is like a foundation. Makes everything look smooth and airbrushed. And lastly, we're gonna go in with this beautiful lipstick. This is in the shade Peony Dew, and it's a glossy lipstick. Super moisturizing. So I'm loving how pigmented and how much payoff all of these natural products have. It's so striking, but so good for you. So I'm thrilled. This is the finished look. So let me know what you guys think. I thank Burts Bees so much for partnering with me on this video. They're one of my favorite brands. And make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.